You know what, folks? I have really been pondering something lately, and I would love if everybody could chime in. Really give this some thought. Give your opinion on this. Before the internet, before this internet consciousness has taken over, every single person had an individual view of not only themselves, but a view of the world. So every single person was creating influence, and ultimately, by how they were functioning, whether it's by demeanor or, if we look at computers, by code, we were literally writing a system of experience. Every single person was. What happens as we've gotten closer to this internet style consciousness, and we can see this and we can feel this, the ideology of our experience seems to be getting smaller and smaller, and now we're more focused on the collective experience, this universal experience. But what's interesting about that, and this is where I kind of want people to chime in, are we focusing on our own energies to be able to cultivate this collective universe? Or is this collective universe fitting us all into a box? This could be AI, it could be the internet, it could be the powers that be, Big Brother, it could be the data and science technologies, ultimately the companies. But there's a lot to this stuff. So, kind of what I'm getting at is this movement a way to destroy the ability of the human influencing the system? And is this ultimately the system gaining full control? So, like I said, I've been thinking a lot about this because have we truthfully been individuals when we were growing up and influencing all of this? I got a lot that I can add to this, and I'm sure you guys can understand that. I literally just woke up. Energies are awesome. I've got my coffee, So that's what I mean. It's like to really think, are we operating on our code, or are we operating on the influenced code that has been designed for us? Deep shit, guys. Anyways, cheers. So I know it's interesting, and I know people will be like, yeah, that's the Matrix, blah, 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 we're going to break out. Honestly, half the reason why I've started thinking about this is because recently understanding what we actually are as a consciousness, and we're not just the I and the ego, the material that we are, we're the subconscious, we're the environment that we're in. Even the people that we don't like around us, light is everything and everything. Anything and everything, sorry. Past, present, and future, and all that stuff. So that's what I mean. Like, this is basically the frequency that I'm receiving on now. And the thoughts are interesting because they're not coming from a position of hate. They're not coming from a position of control by any means. It's more or less a position of understanding. And, I'm getting pretty deep into this. But especially with like archetypes, different personalities, different types of consciousness and stuff like that, if everything is literally just a light code and it's just a matter of going to a certain frequency to be able to vibe on that frequency ultimately, it's a pretty powerful world we're in ultimately, It's like, I don't think any human being generally hates another human being, materialistically. We may go through emotions and moods and stuff like that, but I generally don't feel that humans are disconnected from the universe. I feel that we're antennas of the universe. And that's kind of why I'm getting into the fact it's like, have we just been following the universal program code? Is this why there's people like me, people like you, people like everybody out there? Yeah, guys. This is deep shit. Something to think about. We are energy, we are light, we are love. It's up to us what we do with it. Cheers.